Right, hello, lads and lasses. Welcome back to Boys Down Under, where today I hope we are all feeling a little bit better. Hopefully a lot better than yesterday, because even if you're not, that's alright, because we are set to welcome back a couple of players in the near future. How long it will be, we're not so sure, but we're going to talk about that in a bit of detail. Before we go any further though, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to help support this channel, and if you do want to support the channel, like I just said, it is the best way to do so. So click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'd be forever appreciative of you guys if you did that. But without further ado, let's get into it. So I must say, I do apologize if you do hear a distinct patter in the background. Tin roof absolutely pouring down right now in Sydney, albeit it is still summertime. However, hopefully you guys can't hear it. I certainly can, but hopefully my microphone isn't picking it up, which is probably the best situation for you guys, but sorry if it does. Look, however, into the topic of the video, and a couple of weeks ago, Ange said we should be welcoming back a couple of the injured boys. Now, I inferred that at the time to be Karamoko, Kyogo and David Turnbull. So far, we've seen Kyogo return playing with the B team and being on the bench of Ange's team. However, last night, the Japanese national team coach Hajime Moriyasu told Japanese media outlet Gekisaka that he's spoken to Ange and Michael Nicholson, and that they've both said that Kyogo is progressing well, but is still not ready to play yet. He also later said that Ange and Nicholson have been full of praise for the Japanese boys, all things considered, how they've settled in, they've made the transition, and they've gotten off to a firing start. But they also had a chat about Japan's upcoming qualifying match, World Cup qualifying match against Australia, a game that I'm in fact going to and might have to do a cheeky preview on, but we'll see when the time comes. Regardless, however, Ange later said in a press conference to Sky Sports that he wouldn't be putting any timeframes on Kyogo's return. So he's not really contradicting the national team manager. However, I think what he's trying to say is that Kyogo will be a bit longer out than the Japanese national team manager is insinuating. Now, he suggested that Kyogo would start returning maybe during the international break or even afterwards, but the message is just to wait and see. There's no point expecting anything sooner than that, is sort of what Ange is trying to say. Don't expect him back next week or two, but he will be back before the season's end. And look, Kyogo's working really hard. He also said that, and that it's just to wait, and he wants to play for this team, and he's working so hard during his rehab to get back playing for this team because he loves playing for Celtic. It's as clear as that. The fans love him. He seems to love it. It's a match made in heaven, if you ask me. But I'll be honest, him returning for Celtic would be absolutely crucial heading into the back end of this season. Albeit, scoring goals right now is not an issue for Celtic. I think we don't really have a problem finding the back of the net. The issue right now is our defence, but it is an obvious difference what he makes to this team. And, we wouldn't have won the League Cup final without him. That's a given that every single Celtic fan can agree upon. There's a lot of other games we would not have won if it wasn't for Kyogo. And yes, Georgios Giakoumakis, he is on a stellar run of form right now. However, only one man, in my eyes, can be Celtic's starting striker when every single available option is fit and ready to go. And, of course, it is Kyogo. Now, with only 11 league games to go and 3 points in the title race, Celtic's main focus is the league, and we need everyone fit, and we need everyone back and available for selection, because albeit we don't have a congested fixture list, we still need that squad depth. And that leads me into talking about this somewhat forgotten man, David Turnbull. Now, Turnbull injured his hamstring in Celtic's League Cup final win against Hibs, coming off injured around the 25th minute mark, if my memory serves me correctly. However, he was visibly distraught, and the initial reaction was that he was going to see a significant amount of time on the sidelines. Now, it's been over 2 months since we've seen Turnbull in a Celtic jersey, let alone training with the team. However, he did hint on his Instagram page, putting a photo of him on his story with the hourglass emoji captioning it. Now, the post was deleted after 15 minutes. However, it is certainly clear that Turnbull is hinting that it is only a matter of time before we see him return to the selection fold for Celtic. But I'll be completely honest. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't see where David fits into this team. I said it a while back, and I maintain it right now. David Turnbull, he has been one of Celtic's best this season. Before, the January transfer window, he was crucial to a lot of Celtic's results earlier in the year. However, and he is a great player. He's a great player you can call upon in the back end of the match, or if you need something different throughout a game, or even at the start of a match. He's great for rotation, but look, Celtic, we don't have a congested fixture list this season. 11 games in the league, one definite Scottish Cup match, and possible 2 others. It's not as if we're going to need to change the squad game in, game out. And right now, when David returns, he will be behind, I'd say, both Rio Atate and Matt O'Reilly in the pecking order for the centre mid spot. He isn't going to walk back into this team because we have better options than him right now. It's the sad truth. Well, it's not the sad truth, but it's the honest truth. And it's a truth that I think a lot of Celtic fans agree upon, knowing, and a lot of Celtic fans before Turnbull got injured didn't think he was good enough. I thought he was very crucial to a lot of Celtic results this season. But now with the emergence of Rio, the emergence of Matt O'Reilly, the ability of, Callum McGregor to play centre mid, Yusuke Itaguchi even, maybe not Yusuke. However, it's just clear that David Turnbull is not going to be walking back into this starting 11 because, we have an adequate amount of time between each games that we don't need to change the squad game in, game out. So it's going to be up to David to get back on that pitch through his performances because, as I'm sure we're all aware, Ange is not going to hand back that spot to David Turnbull as if he's had his name on it ever since he got injured, We have such depth and breadth in the centre mid spot and even in the attacking mid role, which is David Turnbull's other preferred position. It's going to be hard for him to get back into the team. But look, that's not me saying David Turnbull's a bad player, but I am saying, which I've just been rambling on about, that Turnbull, he isn't at the quality that other players we have in the midfield are. However, if he does perform, and he performs out of this world, he's going to give Ange no choice but to play him. But regardless, whether he walks into this team or not, he's going to be a player that is going to be so crucial to have going into the back end of this season because, as we know, in football, injuries can happen. And if Rio gets injured, O'Reilly gets injured, any of the midfield players get injured. David Turnbull, a great player to have there. And I'm not saying from here on in he should be a backup player. However, I'm saying as of right now, he is a backup player. And unless he can change that when he returns, I think it's going to stay like that for a while. But moving on into the final part of the video, Celtic have been left feeling quite disappointed after Dundee United shed away a number of tickets allocated to Celtic in our upcoming Scottish Cup quarter-final. The tickets are priced at £27. However, normally Celtic are allocated the Shed, which is Dundee United's away end at Tannin Dice. However, for this match, Dundee United fans will be given access to the Shed, and Celtic's ticket allocation will be cut down by approximately 2,000 tickets, a statement they released on their official Twitter page, which is quite disappointing, considered it is an absolute guarantee that Celtic will sell out however many tickets they are allocated to us in an away section. But in saying this, if Dundee United do sell out, fair play to them. It's not every day Celtic travel to Tannadice to play a Scottish Cup quarter-final at night time. It's a great opportunity for Dundee United to bring a lot of fans into the stadium, and albeit it would be nice to see some more Celtic fans, I can't disagree. If Dundee United do sell out, absolutely fair play to them. I've got nothing against it. In saying this though, if they don't sell out, it's a bit of a shambles. However, I don't expect that to happen. I think they'll be able to sell out well, and I think they'll definitely be able to sell out, and obviously Celtic will be able to sell out. So it should be shaping up to be a very nice, I'd say, suburban atmosphere for the Scottish Cup final. And in saying, look, albeit I can't go to games myself, I'm sure maybe a number of you are feeling a bit taken aback that maybe you were, going to have a ticket for that match, but since they've cut down the numbers, you're now in jeopardy of going. And look, I'm sure a lot of Celtic fans could feel the same way, but, given the likelihood of Celtic progressing to the next round and playing at Hampton in the semi-final, there will be a number of more tickets available for that match and opportunities to see our great team in the Scottish Cup semi-final. But if you do disagree with that, leave it in the comments below, because I'm interested to see what you guys think about, getting 2,000 less tickets in the quarterfinal away from home. I want to get your judgment on it because you guys are there and I'm not there. So give me your foreign correspondence. Leave it in the comments below. But that is all from me. So remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, hail, hail.